Hello students, welcome back to the session. In this session, let us understand the initial process of the software assessment. So in this initial process, the professionals are basically driven from crisis to crisis. So this could be because of unplanned priorities and unmanaged changes that may come across the process of assessment. So here, before the assessment starts, the assessment team need to understand one basic question, that is why organizations are chaotic or confusing in nature. So this behavior is because of lack of commitment or discipline in in the members of this particular organization, and this could be the driving force for the chaotic behavior of the organization. So there are number of forces or reasons where why your organization is confusing, why your organization is with confusing behavior. First is unplanned commitments. So here under this unplanned commitments, first the team might come up with the minor commitments. So these minor commitments, when initially started, this new requirement seems to be very simple, and the manager might be tempted because of this simple commitments. But after committing it, there could be problems related to the commitments that are made. It could be because of the software details that are provided, or it could be like the functions might have looked simple, but there could be some hidden traps in that particular functions. So, since because of these particular factors, like uh, the manager could possibly not handle the situation, or the manager is in a situation where the solution is where the situation is impossible to handle. So the normal result what is identified could be inadequate, or it could be crashed because it might have not met the deadline or the date, regardless of the job sets that is provided. So this unplanned commitment trap is because of these forces, that is your minor commitments, and this may result in generating another traps also. So first, because of this lack of orderly plan, there could be insufficient time. And this insufficient, other than this insufficient time, like resources might also be not up to the mark to do the job. And because of these two other factors, the results might be confusing. And in order to fix these results, the team might not get sufficient time. Or even though they get the sufficient time, they might be unwilling to use them, and because the team might not want to go on with a risk, uh, put on the risk. Rather than putting on the risk, they may find it very easy to go with lower risk by using your brute force methods. So because of all these factors, the situation might get worse again. Second is gurus and magic. So under this gurus and magic, technical wizard can be a powerful asset here. So in some situations, like the manager might have taken a wrong decision, or the team might be in a strong temptation to believe in some magic. So some magic here indicates they might have end up with wrong results, and because of the small team, they might because of the team size that could be small, uh, which have resulted them with wrong results here. And as the time crisis, they may think that the project is out of their hands now. So they want to fix this particular issue, and there could be possible solutions to fix this issue. One possible solution, like there could be some technologies which will help them out in handling such sort of situations. Uh, so it in such situations, both even they are desirable to search for better methods, but as there could be a possibility that the team could not understand how to work with this particular softwares or the different methods that are identified, and people might not be willing to it. So this could be another driving force for the chaotic behavior of the organization. Third, problems of scaling. So one of the fundamental reasons for this problem of scaling is because of large size of many programs. Say for example, the person has started working with this particular problem. Initially, they have started working with the problem, and because of this unexpected commitments, the code what they have written might be more than what they have expected to be. So in this particular case, the programs becomes larger. Once the programs becomes larger, what happens is new technical and management issues will come into picture. Since lack of previous experience, the results might be surprising the organizations. As the scale increases and the result surprises continues, this automatically increases the cost of the organization, right? So these right increases the cost of the organization. So, as the software knowledge is more widely distributed, so first the team need to have common notations for precise communication, and the standards must be documented, interpreted, and updated very frequently. Once if there are any conflicts in the standards, they must be identified and resolved easy. They must be identified and resolved. So any standard changed that must be controlled and it should be distributed among all the persons in the team. And if the size increases, then there are you are supposed to release your software in prototypes or in a release by release fashion. So these are the different driving forces for this chaotic behavior. So because of the chaotic behaviors, the software process actually pushes the organization towards disorganization here. That is, your process could be disorganized here, and this disorganization could be because of dynamic requirements, increasing system size, human nature. So these are the three basic classes that forces to disrupt the software process entropy. So in order to discuss about these 3 points, we will go with understanding these 3 points now. So basically, your software process evaluation has been come up with basic requirements, but during the time there might be dynamic requirements driven into your software. So at every new development, it is going to uncover or lead to a change in your software. So these changes could be highly error prone or they can also disrupt your software program. So this disruption might also be increased because of the project size, or the change in this particular disruption is followed by the increasing in the project scale or the size of your project. So in larger software systems, the most severe problems are not taken into consideration, but until it gets into trouble, smaller problems could be managed or ignored. But once they land in problem, then testing or treating your system could be a problem here. So these irrational priorities produce more confusing behavior in the organization. So what could be the possible solution in order to come out of this particular software process entropy is, or to come out of this particular chaotic behavior is by applying a systematic project management here. So systematic project management helps you in coming out, at least come out from some part of this particular behavior. So the work must be first estimated, and this particular then you are supposed to plan your work accordingly. Once you have planned it, you are supposed to manage your activities as per the plan that is provided to you. Second is you are supposed to adhere to the changes that are made by your management. So you need to carefully uh, identify or look into the changes made by your management here. So once your changes are made, these changes need to be controlled. So these changes could be because of improvised or more requirements uh, that come into picture. So due to these requirements, the design and implementation and testing changes may also get affected. So you need to control all these changes. And third, you are supposed to utilize independent software assurance. So this independent software assurance means uh, you are supposed to assure that all essential project activities are performed properly. If you are unable to ensure this, then the problem might get worse. So, in order to work with this, we have some basic principles that are basic principles which help in controlling the chaos in software organizations. First is you plan the work, then track and maintain that particular plan. Next, go with divide this particular work into independent parts, and you are supposed to precisely define the requirements for each and every part that is divided in your previous step. Next, continuously control the relationship among different parts of your software process. Treat every software process as a learning process only and recognize what you don't know. So, next, when you recognize it, if there is any gap between your knowledge or if your task is severe, then first you are supposed to fix it before proceeding with the next process. Finally, you are supposed to manage, audit, and review the work. This will help you in understanding whether your work is done as per your plan or not. Next, you are supposed to commit to your work. So this commitment should meet like the work towards this particular work should meet your commitments here. And last but not the least, you are supposed to refine your plan as per your knowledge of in order to improve your job. So these are the different principles that will help you in controlling software organizations come out of this uh, confusing behavior. Thank you. Let's meet in your next lecture.